Hey everybody, it's Jenny, aka Coop Dizzle. Welcome to the Coop, my little Dizzle Izzles. Okay, that was a little weird, but you get the gist. We'll hang with that for a little bit. Chris just went into town to get the boys. Mom's had them for a night, and he kind of wants to give them an extra day at home tomorrow to play video games and play with friends because it's holiday and we're going to celebrate being together. So I just wanted to take a moment while it was quiet in the house and make a little video for my boys, and for anyone else who wants to listen. End of life realizations number 2. And a lot of people, you probably learned this lesson by now, but for my kids, I kind of want them to know this. There are going to be a lot of people that come in and out of your life. Some are family and some are friends, and you're going to come across all sorts of people as you grow. There are going to be people in your life that are mean to you for no reason. You could sit and ponder and wonder, what did I do? Did I say something wrong? Is there something wrong with me? You're going to ask yourself so many times. There's always going to be those 1 or 2 people in your life that just make you question your self-worth. And first of all, I don't want anybody questioning your self-worth except for you. I want you to always look inwards and see, is there something about yourself that you can change to make yourself better? But there have been people in my life, like my father. I'm sorry to my brothers who see this and may get offended. I have 3 half-brothers and a half-sister. I didn't grow up with any of these people, so I don't know them very well. I do know Michael somewhat, so, but like with my dad, my brothers can take this to heart too if they wanted to. My dad left when I was 10 months old, and my whole life I grew up wondering what was wrong with me. Why wasn't I good enough for him to stay around and be a father to me? I didn't hear anything. No birthday cards, no birthday phone calls, no contact until I was about 12. And then I had asked my grandfather if I could meet my dad. Well, I asked my mom first, and then I asked my grandfather because I didn't know how to get a hold of him. And that was a fiasco all in itself. Sorry if I'm shaking. I have you on a stick. I need to just be still. I just grew up wondering, what was wrong with me? And the answer to that is nothing. There was nothing wrong with me. I was just a baby. I was innocent. His problem was drugs and alcohol. And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't about me. It was about him. And right before he passed away, he did apologize to me for not being there. And we kind of mended those fences a month before he passed away, actually. That was the second time that I had let him into my life. And I told him at that point, because when I met him when I was 12, I was calling. And then he would get mad if I didn't call. And I'm thinking, you're the father. You should be the one calling me, not the other way around. Why am I getting in trouble? You have a phone number. And I asked him. I sent him a picture with my phone number on the back. And I said, do you have this picture in your living room? And he was like, yeah. And I said, then you have my phone number. Because it's on the back of that. Why is it my responsibility to make this relationship work? It's not. So he apologized that last, a month before he passed away. He died from a brainstem stroke. He apologized, and he said that he just felt like he wasn't good enough and he didn't deserve to be in my life. And I said, well, that wasn't your decision to make either. That was mine. You didn't even give me a chance. So I got some closure before he passed away. And so in that circumstance, I had to realize that it wasn't me, it was him. I am not disposable in any way, shape, or form. But when you go your whole life being put to the wayside by most of your family, it really does a number on your head. But you just have to remember, it's not you, it's them. And the same can go for any situation. If one of you turn out to be gay, first of all, you have my love and my blessing. I don't care, as long as you are loved by someone. That is the most important thing to me, that you are loved and you are treated with respect. That's it. That's all I care about. I don't care if you're gay or straight or bi or whatever. But I have a friend who, came out of the closet, and his dad didn't accept it very well, and I just told him, it's not you. It's him. It's his insecurities. It's what he's been taught his whole life is wrong. Like, you're turning his whole world upside down. Like, it is not you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. You make straight A's. You're a great kid. It's not you, it's him. And they asked, well, what can I do to get him to accept me? And I just told him, time and a lot of patience. So if you find yourself in a relationship where you're questioning your self-worth, maybe look a little bit deeper and see what the problem really is. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, the issue is going to be their insecurities or their past. Maybe something horrible happened to them in the past that they just can't let go of. Maybe it's how they were brought up. The cycle of abuse goes on. That stopped when mom raised me. She grew up in an abusive house. Her dad grew up in an abusive house. And we can go back generations. But it stopped when it was just me and mom. And I was hoping that the cycle of us having just one parent would end with me. Because my mom grew up without her mom. My dad grew up without his dad. I grew up without my dad. Chris had both of his parents, but they switched, But I was really hoping that this would be different for you boys. So, when you're feeling really down, and I hope that by me passing away, it doesn't make you question your self-worth, because this absolutely had nothing to do with you. This is all cancer. So, just remember, my dad had a choice, and he left, and he didn't turn back until right before he passed away, and I was 23. My dad chose to leave. I am not choosing to leave you. I would never, ever, ever in a million years leave you on purpose. So, if you find yourself in those situations and you've tried to work out those relationships, you can only try so much. And then you're going to have to let go. Please do not hang on to a toxic relationship out of obligation, because you are worthy of being loved unconditionally. And you are worthy of respect. You are worth being treated like a human being. So if you look at someone that you're in a toxic relationship with and you see that it's them, not you, and you try to work on it and you try to work on it, give it some chances. Don't just give up on someone either. I'm by no means telling you just to walk away from a relationship. By all means, try to work it out, but don't stay in it, because you're worth more. So, I had to learn that with Christopher. I had to let go of all of my insecurities and just put my past behind, put my past relationships behind, and my feelings of abandonment and self-worthlessness and all of that stuff. I had to put that aside and just let Christopher love me. So if you find a good person, don't let your past relationships define that. Just be loved and respected. So, that is my message to my boys. And Christopher got me a cherry limeade from Sonic. Just to my boys and to anyone out there who's listening, maybe this is just what you needed to hear. And in that case, I hope it is. I hope it helped you. So that's it for now. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I'm going to start setting a timer. But thank you. Check your boobs. Check your balls. And when life gets really overwhelming, just look at the paintings on the wall. I got my paintings back that I did last year. And they're hanging up in the living room for now. So just look at pretty pictures on your wall and think, this too shall pass. Alright guys, have a great, safe holiday weekend and cool out.